I was listening to a song called He Say, She Say by a guy named Shad. He's like one of my favorite rappers. And he's kind of like a struggling rapper for a long time. And the song is about like him having a conversation with his girlfriend. And in the verses, it outlines the different struggles that they go through. But then in the chorus, the chorus lyrics are like, and I try to do a verse about how we worked it out, but, and that's the chorus. It's like he can never write that last verse because they never worked it out. And so I was like, I would love to write a song about me maybe being successful at some point, but I can't write that song yet. So this is me writing a song about wanting to write a song about making it, and then telling my mom like, hey mom, I made it. So it's called Tie My Laces. And yeah, that's like an issue that I always had. Like when I was a kid, I would always, well, I'm wearing Velcro now actually, so it's like different, but I never knew how to tie my laces until I was like actually like 8 or 9, which is fucked up. I'd always have my mom tie them for me, and my mom would always be like, well, if you wanna be successful and you wanna do things on your own, you wanna be a grown up, you're gonna have to learn to tie your laces. And so I was like, oh. So I always had that in my head. So then I wrote this song, and then I got here and I had like I guess I had like a shitty week or a shitty day or something. I'm like, I always go through like some ups and downs. Well, I had this piano like, like, because I had my music in, so I'm like, just a young boy at the starting line with his tunes on, and his shoes untied with a chip on his shoulder side from what he tripped on the last time. So he's like at the starting line being like, oh, he wears that chip on his shoulder because he fucked up before. So just a young boy at the starting line with his tunes on, and his shoes untied with a chip on his shoulder side from what he tripped on the last time. He's Buzz Lightyear with no hyperdrive. He's like Mike here with no Nike flight, and he'll fall down with the shoes untied, and he'll trip on to the finish line. So that's the part where it's like he's Buzz Lightyear, but he doesn't have his wings, and he's like, because sometimes like I feel like, oh, I'm almost there, but I just don't have the wings to get me there. Or like I'm Michael Jordan, but I don't have my kicks. And so that's kind of like the metaphor that I use. And then it goes to the pre-chorus. It's really short, but it's like, and I'll try to write this song. So now I'm being the narrator. So like, and I'll try to write this song if he gets there. So if he makes it to the end, and I want to write this song. So that's like the longing, like I really want to make this song happen. And the chorus is, I'd like to be the one who is on the podium, take a photo for my mom and show her that I've made it. I'd like to be the one who could write the perfect song just to show you that I've won, but I'll have to tie my laces. Alright, so the next verse is like, in that moment, when they hit the lights, it looked golden, but it didn't feel right, he was frozen. With the worst frostbite was he chosen, like an Israelite, pick the quotient. So that's like, they turn the lights down on me, like I'm sitting there and I have my moment, but like, is this the right moment? Like, was he chosen like an Israelite? So, I don't know, if you read the Bible or something, I read it like once, kinda, and it talks about like how Moses stands outside of Israel and he can see into Israel, but this is downtown LA, so some crazy shit is happening outside. And he brings his people there and he can see the Holy Land, but he actually dies right outside of Israel. He never gets in. So it's like, maybe I'll get there, like I'll get the deal and I'll get a publishing deal or whatever, and then but that doesn't mean anything. Like maybe I won't ever get into the promised land. Like maybe I'll never have my own sold out show or my own whatever. Maybe I'll just get close enough. So it's like, in that moment when they hit the lights, it looked golden, but it didn't feel right. He was frozen with the worst frostbite. Was he chosen like an Israelite? Pick the quotient that you can't divide like two oceans. Stranded on the other side is devotions, on the other side is emotions, on the other side. And I'll try to write this song if he gets there. Want to write this song. So he still doesn't know if he's gonna make it in. And then the chorus is, I'd like to be the one who is on the podium, take a photo from my mom and show her that I've made it. I'd like to be the one who could write the perfect song just to show you that I've won. But I'll have to tie my laces. And then this part goes, and then I'll end this song in 2051 and sing it for my son. And then I'll tie his laces. So like it's like, and then I'll write this song in 2051, like maybe when I finally made it and I have a kid and everything, and then and I'll sing it to my son, and then I'll tie his laces for him so that he can learn from the mistakes that I made, and he doesn't have to write a song about wanting to write a song about maybe making it. And then it just goes back to the chorus, which is like really what I want to do, like is just take a photo for my mom, like when I've accomplished something and that's concrete, and show her like, Mom, like this is why I did it, and hey Mom, like I learned how to tie my own laces. And so that's what Tie My Laces is about. And that's also just piano and voice, and just like a story about me wanting to write a story about me being successful. So it's kind of like weird, but I like it.